Yeah, what's going on, everybody? This is Mystical. Today, I am bringing you another solo shuffle, some commentary as well, and this is a shuffle where we end at about 2,700 MMR. I think we got top 30 from the shuffle, which is really nice, and I think I'm playing Hybrid and Crackle throughout the shuffle, so I'm going to try to just explain kind of what's going through my mind during every single round, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I am, as always, more than happy to answer any questions you might have, and with that said, jump right into the video. All right, so we got a Frost Decay, Devoker, Disc Priest, Shadow Priest, and a Warrior, all of which I think all work pretty well with a Hybrid Mistweaver. So I think I go Hybrid for most of these games. I'm actually shocked. Normally I Crackle when I play into DK Dragon, but I guess I just opt for more damage. I am playing with the Warrior, so they are always going to be in range, and I'm playing with the Shadow Priest, and Shadow Priests tend to have quite a bit more survivability than other casters. They're fairly tanky, so I think it's just a good choice to play Hybrid here. I am going to just note that we don't have much CC. The Shadow Priest is going to be slowed a lot of the time. So right now I'm just getting my hots out, and I'm just going to try to do anything I can to disrupt their go. You can see I port the grip right there. I reset my port, and I don't... Did they get a second grip there? I could have ported this grip for sure, but the first grip I definitely ported. A revival here too. And you could see that revival, it's always... If they delay, it's so good for you because they disorient me into a stun. And I think the dragon might have broken that disorient a little early for the Frost Decay because I'm able to get the revival off. And what the revival getting off means is I can Peace Weaver or get revival and Peace Weaver, and I immune the silence from the Death Knight. And that's usually the scary part of their go, is they have the disorient into the stun, into the silence, which is just an extra 4 to 5 seconds of CC. So really good there. We stun the DK and we get his IBF. This is, by the way, this is a lot of cooldowns right now. As you can see, this is Dragon Rage, Pillar, but we also get, IBF, we get the wall from the dragon, we get Renewing Blaze, and we get PI from the Disc Priest. So this is a lot of cooldowns. I don't mind trading Revival. If I only have to trade Revival in this go, I actually don't mind at all. I don't know where that Sleepwalk is. I do get a Cocoon going because, again, it is a lot of cooldowns. I don't want to fall behind, but I also don't want to have to, overcommit. I use my Revival and my Cocoon, but I think that's okay. And now it's our turn to kind of get our go going. I try to get an incap there. Priest fades there. I couldn't get a sweep off. I'm trying to see maybe if I can get a sweep on the Priest now, but I can't. I avoid the fear there, and I dispel the Priest fear as fast as I can. And I'm just trying to do damage from here. That's pretty much it. The dragon still has kick, so I'm trying to fake the dragon kick, but he's too far away right now because it's kind of a short range. We do get silenced, and we do get stunned a little bit here into a sleepwalk. So that's dispersed my Priest, and I trinket because my warrior, I don't know, got a little low. In shuffle, I just don't really trust my DPS that much. Even if they're good, you never know. So this is their go again, and it's a little scarier now just because I have no cooldowns. I have no trinket, no revival, no cocoon. I sweep here or I clash into a sweep, but the priest actually fades it, which is kind of insane. But the Shadow Priest is able to get a Psychic Horror into a fear on the Disc Priest, and now this guy's LOS. Time stop is absolutely insane. This cooldown is so good, especially in shuffle, but I think he stops it, and we're able to get quite a bit of pressure here. And then that was swap. So they really don't have much. I think there's like one pain suppression and dome left, but we did get swap, which is a major cooldown, especially kind of this early into the game. We start hitting the dragon, and then this is their go. I do have cocoon though. I get the cocoon off before sleep. This is so important because I have no trinket. Straight up, I have no trinket. I do have a 10 stack of Shaden's Gift though. So right now, what I'm looking at on my action bar is what do we need to get to for us to kind of live the next go? I just used my life cocoon before the silence, which is really, really good. Diffuse I have for myself, and I have a 10 stack of Shaden's Gift. That's kind of all what I'm dealing with right now, which is a little painful. I should have played disarm into the DK here. I don't know what talents I took, but I feel like grapple weapon into Frost Decay is really, really good. So I hope I could see what talents I chose. And then, yeah, I have incap and I have leg sweep coming up in 15 or 13 seconds. So I'm kind of hoping I can get some CC off that fear, which I think it just breaks there instantly. But we get a silence on the priest, which is really nice. I get kicked from the DK. It's fine to get kicked. Everyone's at full, 100% health. So my poor little gnome is pushing in here. And then this is their go. So I also have Chi-Ji. You can see me spamming Chi-Ji right now. I'm trying to get the Chi-Ji. There's no silence. And I think the priest doesn't have fear. So no fear on the priest. No silence. And am I on DR? I'm on sleep fear DR. So I Chi-Ji immediately, Thunder Focus T, and I'm doing damage here. I use my Shaylun's Gift, I hope. I have a 6 stacker, and I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can. This is Dragon Rage, so it is a little scary. We need to live 14 seconds. and we live. Like I have Restoro so soon. I use a Shalem's gift to myself. I'm trying to keep my team aggressive right now. I'm kicking as much as I can. We do have dispersion, so I'm kind of hoping my priest presses it and I get my Envelop Mist off. I revival there finally. I would hopefully something for the priest soon, and we killed the DK. So this was really good round. Just making sure working your cooldowns. Usually when you see a dragon, you work your cooldowns around the dragon, but Frost DKs are kind of like a menace, I feel like. So you kind of work your cooldowns around the Frost DK. Around there goes the Pillar Frost is a 1 minute cooldown, so it's a little scary. Oh, okay. So I played Zen Focus T was a huge miss, by the way. Yeah, huge miss. In that last round, I should have played Disarm instead of Zen Focus T. I could have even dropped Eminence too, but I think I was scared that they were going to train me because Frost DKs tend to do that. So I would have dropped Zen Focus T for Disarm if I could go back. There we go. Disarm, playing a little risky. Zen Spheres is good too. Zen Spheres is good too as well. This is good. TSG is a little scary. The reason I'm not playing Song of Chi-Ji is because I'm playing with a dragon and a priest. They both have Fear DRs. There should be really no reason for me to get a Song of Chi-Ji because of dragons, and they're probably going to hit my priest the entire time anyway. So, you know, my dragon should be able to get the sleepwalks. I try to get a Ring of Peace there immediately on my priest, and I try, I just do the same thing. I revive it. And I did the same thing, by the way. I did the same exact thing I did the first round. I try to get a raw here on my priest, which I think is pretty good, but the DK just runs through it. But again, in this go, I think I get stunned, and I immediately will press revival because of immuning the silence. You can see I immune the silence here. I don't get silenced. I actually get a Chi-Ji too, which is really nice because you can't use Chi-Ji while silenced. And then I think I used Disarm on somebody. I think the Warrior might have Blade Storm my Disarm, which is a little unfortunate. But the Warrior did Trinket a stun there, my leg sweep, which is all fantastic. Anytime you can get a Trinket and IBF is fantastic. So Druid, the Warrior has no Trinket, DK has no IBF, and just use Lichborn. And I'm just gonna cocoon there. Trade early. I always trade my first cocoon slightly early because I want to make sure I get a second one before the round ends. That's kind of what I've been doing, and it's working pretty well. Obviously, don't throw your life cocoon, but whenever get it, if there's some damage going out, you don't have to greed the first one. Greed the second one. I do have Disarm back, so I disarm the Warrior here on the silence. So a quick little tip here is versus Death Knights. Your grapple weapon lines up with silence or strangulate. They're both 45-second cooldowns. It's perfect. So that's all you're trying to do in arena. You're trying to line up your cooldowns with the enemy team's cooldowns. Whenever you get silenced by the Death Knight, disarm. You can disarm the DK. I tend to disarm the Warrior. I get a little bit more scared of the Warrior than the DK, especially outside of Pillar of Frost. I don't think DK is that scary, but I will tend to disarm the Warrior if it's playing against TSG. So this is Pillar, but I just don't see much damage going out. I also have a 9-stack of Shalem's Gift. That looked like swap from the Priest and the last Pain Suppression, which is nice. I do Chi-Ji here, and I actually didn't see the healing for my Shalem's Gifts go off. Good Disperse from the Priest. I don't need to, I personally feel like I don't need to Trinket because my Priest has Dispersion. There should be no reason, right? They could use it while stunned. I try to just LOS the Priest as much. I'm just trying to be annoying to the Priest as much as I can. So that's Dome. The Priest has nothing. The Warrior has parry, but the Priest has nothing. They have nothing. And actually, neither do we. But I think we get a kill here on the DK. Yeah, really good CC here from my team. Fantastic work. Really just biting away at the cooldowns that they have. So we're able to keep my Priest alive. Priests are tanky. I think Priest is just, it's a bait. I really do. I genuinely think Priest is never going to be the kill target unless you're later in dampening and they don't have disperse. Like if you're cleaving them or something and they have to disperse something, it's later in dampening. After that, then maybe. But I really feel like they are just a bait. I don't think they can die. So same PvP talents here. Definitely Disarm for sure. Definitely Zen Spheres and definitely Revival or Peaceweaver. So I told my team here, I'm just trying to communicate to my team that they can both die, especially so. DKs are very, very weak to melee damage. I know that recently they got a buff to like their survivability. It doesn't matter. They can still die to melee. So Warriors can definitely swap to DKs. Dragons do an absurd amount of damage. This is one of the best comps of the game right now, Arms, Warrior, and Dev. So I'm fairly confident going into this round with what we can do. So I think I try to get a sweep here. I try to get CC off of that. off of that go. So this is one of the goes where I can't get a revival before the silence. So what I do is you can still do things while you're silent. So right here, perfect example is I leg sweep. Anytime I get gripped into a stunned silence and like I'm sitting in the silence, leg sweep is my first go-to. Normally, you're going to get a trinket from the DK or an IBF, and you'll probably get a trinket from somebody else. There you go. There's trinket, there's IBF. Every time, without fail, no matter what MMR, you'll always get cooldowns like that, especially in solo shuffle. Even in arena, you'll get IBF from time to time because Frost DK goes are so important. So this is their AMZ. They're just trading the cooldowns because Dragon, I believe, is pressing Dragon range. That's renewing Blaze for my Dragon as well, and Rally for my Warrior. So I feel like we're doing okay. I have kicks here as well. So overall, this is their go. Nothing scary. I didn't use Life Cocoon. I did use Revival just because it is. I want to use it early and because it is a lot of damage. It's a lot of magic damage. So I think I want to push him for CC here. The Priest does have Fear though, so I'm a little scared. Incap there. I should have played Song. I feel like Fear. I eat this Fear. Mostly because I feel like we're doing okay right now. That's a shame. We have Silence on me as well, but I think that's okay. I no pressure goes out during that silence, and that's Dispersion from the Priest. So remember what I said in the start. I think DK is a really good kill target, but if the Priest, has to use Dispersion when we don't have to hit him, I think it's really, really good. So I agreed here. Great rescue. Otherwise, I might have had to... time stop. I almost Life Cocoon in that time stop, by the way. And I still have Life Cocoon. So, I mean, I'm trying to heal through this damage right now. I'm on every single DR. So what I'm looking at right now in this situation is I'm looking at my DRs. I'm on Silence DR. I'm on Fear DR, and I'm on Stun DR. So I'm on literally every single DR. My Dragon's doing okay. I have a 7 stack of Shaylun's Gift. I have a Zen Sphere here, and I still have Life Cocoon, which is, after all that damage, is kind of amazing, actually. So I'm just healing through it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I could easily just heal through this. I get a kick there. That's a swap from the Priest. I go for a sweep here. Maybe we kill. I don't think we do. I Cocoon here before Fear on me. Always trying to get the pre-Cocoons. I always will. Incap that heal. And I feel like I rob too. I for sure rob. Or I want to. Silence on me. I have kicks because remember, another thing you can do while silence outside of leg sweep is you can rush and one kick while silence. So if you're in a situation where you don't have trinket, I do have trinket, but I don't need to use it right now. But you need to do healing while you're silenced. Similar versus root beam from boomies, you can use your rushing one kick. So just keep that in mind. You can get a little bit of healing, and I get slowed. My fault there. And yeah, we're just doing damage. It's fantastic. We're just chilling. Looked like they wanted to get an ultimate penance. This is a Fear on me. I actually trinket it. I'm actually shocked I trinket that. I feel like I should probably maybe get like a little bit more healing going. We get Horrified at Dispel. That's actually a risky Dispel there. And we get Chi-Ji. So I think I drop them out into the line, and then I have a leg sweep. We win in 7 seconds if they stay stacked. By the way, I have a leg sweep in 3 seconds. I especially on the DK go. Or sorry, on our Wario go, and I get a sweep here, hopefully, and I think we just kill the Priest. So, fantastic there. I think I had that was a weird trinket. I feel like I should have trinket. Definitely didn't have to trinket there, but overall, really good. Winning versus DK is pretty good. DKs are really scary. So, same PvP talents versus the Warrior and the Shadow Priest. I'm just asking my team who they want to go right now, because it's a little weird. We could run down the Priest, but we could also hit the Warrior. Cleave damage is pretty good, though. So we could really hit anybody. I think we just go for the Shadow Priest, cleave the Warrior. I think I'll disarm the Warrior pretty much off cooldown. Very similar to the Frost DK Strangulate. Priest Silence is also a 45-second cooldown, and you could disarm during it, too. So I think I should save that time stop immediately from the Dragon there is pretty good. I get my Hots up. Still get my Hots up. Clash into a sweep on the Disc Priest, fade from the Shadow Priest there as well. I Revival, and I'm Feared. I'm hoping this breaks. There's a good chance this breaks. That's Renewing Blaze. That's Wall. I do Trinket there. This is kind of actually not ideal. I'm not gonna lie. This is not ideal. I think I used every single cooldown there. We do get Disperse, but this round. I think this was one of the rounds that was looking a little rough, and that opener was not it. So got to make sure that first trinket is always awkward, I feel like, because most people have cooldowns, so I just assume they're going to press them. But if you use it a little too, like we use time stop at 98% or something like that, which I guess is good, but I'd rather wait until I'm actually in CC or need it. You get stunned there, or Feared there. Kick the Priest there, just because he's just standing there casting, I think, flash heals in my face, so why not? And Ultimate Penance, doesn't go off, it looks like. Trinket from the my DK, and we get a grip go. So this is our go. I would love to get a sweep. I would love to. Yeah, I see it. Whenever you can enable, the very important thing here, whenever you can enable your Frost Death Knight, their go, it is so incredibly important. I think we actually win this round if I incap this Trinket, by the way. Dies too fast. I was about to press it though. Yeah. So the both the priests are stacked. Neither of them can swap. This Shadow Priest has no they both have swap, but the Shadow Priest has no trinket, so that it had to be a trinket swap from this Disc Priest, but the issue is the Disc Priest was still low, so the swap went off, but the priest, they were both low health already. It didn't even do anything. I'm shocked that we won this round because the opener for that round was so rough. All right, and we got the same. I mean, Dragon Warrior. This is a really difficult comp. I think this we use the same things. We use in Zen Spheres, Disarm, Peaceweaver. We're gonna try to disarm the warrior whenever we can. We're gonna go for CC on the priest. I should absolutely be playing Song of Chi-Ji though in this matchup. I feel like, well, actually, maybe not because the DK does the grip blind, which is Fear DR. So there, yeah, maybe it's not, but I think I really like Song of Chi-Ji, as you can tell. I think I made like a whole video about it. I freaking love Song of Chi-Ji. So, big hots here. They're gonna go on my Shadow Priest, which I think is okay. I robbed the warrior off. I'm just trying to rob before the go. I think we grip the priest there. The priest does a really good thing there, a really good death there. And I just cocoon and I sweep, or I try to sweep. I get feared, but we swept the priest there. I can also incap off, clash into incap. Beautiful. Dragon Rage is still going. That's one pain suppression by the Shadow Priest as well, which is really good. And I think we had one disarm on the warrior, and now we're just chilling right now. I already have my life cocoon. I have a 9 stack of Shaylun's Gift too, so I should be able to press it. Good. I have a 10 stack now. I get kicked. I also get precog, but I think I'm gonna press Shaylun's Gift off this. Beautiful. And remember, always make sure before you Shaylun's Gift that you get your hots out. Make sure you get your Chi Harmony out from your Renewing Mist. Make sure you have an Envelop Mist on whoever's getting healed, because it's not going to do that much healing. But as soon as you get those modifiers out, it's beautiful. So Sleptwalk here, it's half. It's fine. They have no kicks, but my priest is lining me a little bit, which is a little awkward. Stormbolt on me. I have no trinket. Good disperse. I think it's unnecessary disperse. I was barely lined, and I just couldn't get some hots off. So kind of sad about that. Incap off that silence. Oh, and I get a double sweep here, I think. Yeah, really good double sweep here, and I just do damage. Get a kickoff. Nice silence. Todd. Beautiful. Really good setup there. Really, 2 rounds in a row where, like, the Disc Priest just had slightly too late of a trinket, and that double leg sweep. The dragon kiting towards the priest. Whenever you can get a double sweep, especially with the healer and your kill target, you'll get land kills so much faster. Just always be aware of that. So what's this last round here? Oh, am I playing Song of Chi-Ji? Nice. Yeah, that's right. Oh, we're playing TSG. Yeah, so there's, I mean, it is what it is. We're going to play, of course, we're going to play Song of Chi-Ji whenever I feel like we can. We're going to go Shadow Priest. It looks like my DPS want, which is fantastic. And again, kill target's going to be the Shadow Priest. We're going to try to do as much damage as we can. We put our statue down and our port up, which is a really good start for us. I'm going to roll here because, again, when you're playing with the Frosty kit, you have to, I think one of the biggest things about solo shuffle, if you're trying to push, is you need to adapt and you need to kind of change how you play depending on what you're playing with. Frosty Ks, you need to enable them. Always enable your Frosty Ks. They got the slows, they got the damage, they get kited really easily, and their goes are super obvious. Right now, this go is absolutely insane, by the way. So whenever you see blinding sleet, always go for a leg sweep off, but we also got a warrior spear on top of it. And I tried to revival, by the way. I think I did. I don't know if we AMS or revivaled it, but I revivaled the stun from the dragon for my Death Knight. And I think I'm gonna go for, nope, just kidding. I get juked by the devastation evoker, and he's going for a sleepwalk. So I port immediately and I just start healing, and he goes back, and I keep lining. Always try to be as annoying as possible. Sleepwalk here now. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. He finally got it, but that's okay. I made him work for it. And I get feared, silenced. So I think we're doing okay. I'm just trying to greed. I life cocoon. Life cocoon is fine. You know, it is what it is. Incap here into a song. Give me the song, because I got a precog there, so that's a free Song of Chi-Ji, and we're just gonna do damage. I kicked that flash heal. Someone was a little too slow on that kick, not me. And we're just gonna run down this Shadow Priest. I don't think this is a free. This was an oppressing roar into sleepwalk, which is a little unfortunate. So this is this is an 8-second sleepwalk. I'm really hoping these dots break it. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. But That breaks, precog breaks. One trick or one tip as well is whenever you have precog versus a Shadow Priest, you want to make sure you dispel. The reason why is because normally when you dispel Vampiric Touch, which is this blue debuff right here, you get feared for like 2 or 3 seconds. If you get precog, you can dispel and not get feared. And it's the same thing with Unstable Affliction versus Affliction Warlocks. Normally, you'll get silenced and take a ton of damage. If you dispel, you'll still take the damage, but you won't get silenced, which is massive. Dome here, slightly late, and that's also a swap from, I think, the Shadow Priest. So, we're doing really good here. I clashed them out of the Dome, and we just continue doing damage. Shadow Priest, it just feels like we're just running them down. I think I can get CC on the Disc Priest here, and then probably get a kill incap into a silence, but it's too late. We kill the Shadow Priest too fast, and that is the 6-0. We end up at 2,700, which is pretty good. I think 2,715. This puts us at like top 30, which I'm pretty happy about. I don't normally push shuffle after the first few seasons. But I do need my legend wins. So good 6-0 here. Again, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. If you enjoy this style of video, please let me know. I am more than happy to answer any questions or, go through anything, of course. If you want it for anything besides shuffle, 2s, 3s, blitz, anything, RBGs, anything like that, just please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do that. So yeah, really good 6-0. Hopefully going to continue going to the end of the season, and that is it for me. Hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your day. Hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you later.